And this was Surfside, California on Wednesday evening. It was a pretty rainy day, not terrible, but the ocean doesn't look terrible. It's not capping that much, a little bit, but very little, and it looks like we're gonna go back to some good conditions. All right, I just wanted to show you the ocean here on Wednesday evening so we can compare it to this morning.
All right, that was last night, and this is this morning. Beautiful Thursday morning, sunrise, Surfside, California. Welcome, everybody. You know what time it is. We're inching closer to it. Let's get this party started. Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, here in Southern California, where it is a pristine and gorgeous morning. What a sunrise. It's absolutely beautiful. And what an action-packed show we've got for you here this morning. Of course, the PCS show opens up today at the Orange County Fairgrounds, runs through Sunday, and it's a huge show. You're not going to want to miss it. At the end of today's report, we've got Sam De La Torre. We did a live show. In case you missed it, I've tagged it on for you, and Sam gives you a little tour of what's going on out there and all the discounts he's got for you at the Island Fishing Tackle booth. So make sure you check that out. We are sitting on a powder keg for big yellowtail, and it's half-day fish. We have that story for you. There's boats out looking for bluefin tuna as we speak. We'll give you an update on that situation. Yellowtail from below the border in Mexican waters all the way up to Southern California. When is that going to blow sky high in other areas? We've got halibut. We've got bass fishing. It's wintertime, and it's still pretty exciting. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Bright and early here. So great to be with you all, and can't thank you enough. If you could hit that like button, we deeply appreciate it when you take the time to do that. Share these videos with a friend. Subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. And of course, tick the bell and you'll be notified when there's new content. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Man, I'll tell you, it's a gorgeous morning. You got to feel blessed to be standing on a beach like this and be part of the Friedman Adventures family. I'm talking about me. I'm part of it because of all of you, and I feel so blessed. You guys are the best participating in all our live shows. We just continue to grow and grow and grow here, and it's all thanks to you. So I want to make sure I make that clear because I am humbled by all of that. All right, let's talk Mexico. I talked to Sean Morgan, who runs a yacht out of San Jose del Cabo, but is presently in Nassau. And he's been running a yacht also. He runs one out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He told me that San Jose del Cabo continues to catch some striped marlin. There's a little bit of dorado, some pretty good yellowfin tuna fishing when it's not too breezy. So some pretty good fishing going on there. We'll jump you now to 140 miles down below the border to the small little agricultural town, kind of, San Quintin, Baja California Norte. It's a beautiful area. I love driving down there. And it's only 140 miles down the coast, so from the border. So I got to tell you, that also, not only do we like to look there to see what's biting there and run down there and fish with our brothers and sisters in Mexico Lindo, but it's also a preview of what's to come here. And they continue to hammer out some good catches of yellowtail. A little breezy down there this morning. In fact, they have breeze offshore and inland there around San Quintin here this morning. I'll get into the weather in one more moment because there is some wind that's going to be hazardous here today, but it's going to mellow out and look much better. I'll talk to you about that in one more second, but continues to pump out some yellows on the yo-yo iron. Remember, yo-yo iron refers to the type of jig you're going to use, small, heavy jig, and the methodology you use to fish that. And that means dropping the jig down deep in most cases, winding on it really fast to get a bite, and setting the hook by turning the handle of the reel. Not by rearing back on the rod. No, that's no. You want to set the hook by turning the handle. That is the way to get it done. And there is no need to wind that jig to the surface if those yellows are deep. In other words, you get down to the bottom, wind it about a third of the way up, kick it and freeze pull back down again. So some good fishing going on with regard to that. In the Ensenada area, we continue to see some really excellent fishing going on mixed bag stuff. In fact, we saw some yellows on the Fierro, on the iron down there, blackfin sport fishing out of Ensenada. I love those guys. I fished with them before. They put a great trip together for you. When you get back in, they got a party going on with sashimi platters and beer or coffee, whatever it is your little heart desires. It's a lot of fun. They had a yellow on the iron. They're catching big bonita down there and copious amounts of beautifully colored rockfish that provide an absolute fish taco feast for you in your future. I mean, it's been really fun fishing down there. And I like seeing those jurel, yellowtail, on the Fierro, on the iron. Man, that is really great stuff. And there's other guys down there doing equally as well. Blackfin sport fishing, nice hit for them out there in Punta Banda. They also continue to fish that rugged Baja coast if you'd like to for calico bass. And the bass bite has been good. Most guys have been going out where they can load up on the rockfish, get a chance at the yellowtail, and also catch those big bonita. But if you wanted to focus on calico bass, it really has been quite good here recently, so keep that in mind. Some really excellent fishing going on. Once again, that drive is only 70 miles to get you down to beautiful Ensenada. I know you're going to love it. There's so many great people, and the culture and the food and the fishing. Everything is fantastic down there in that neck of the woods. In fact, I think I might be down there here shortly to do some more content for you all and tune you up on more fishing adventures that'll be available to you all. So really good stuff. All right, let's talk long range for a moment and let you know that the Red Rooster 3 has been catching some nice fish, deep dropping with knife jigs at night and catching some of those 100-pound yellowfin tuna, sometimes in the daytime, same things. But they've been catching, YFT in the 100-pound class, sometimes bigger than that, sometimes smaller than that. Nice little sample of yellowfin tuna for the Red Rooster 3. There's also splashes of wahoo for those guys that are on 16-day trips right now. They are running way down below the border to fish some of that big fish, and I'm talking several hundred miles below the border. So we'll keep our eyes on the long range situation for you also. All right, let's talk weather. It's going to be very nice on the coast. So if you're fishing halibut or sheep's head or one of the local kind of fisheries that we have for you, you're going to be just fine today from San Diego all the way up until the Santa Monica Bay. When you get north of there, especially up in the Channel Islands, it's breezy up there and blowing 20 plus knots up there, but it's all going to come down and be lovely. Tomorrow presents itself as a beautiful day, and you can, oh my God, birds are just picking up a storm here. Grunion Run here on March the 10th. I don't know if Grunion are staging or what, but all those little white term birds, I see them picking here in the surf, and that is always a good signal. I'll get into the surf fishing bite in a second. I'm getting excited seeing all this activity here in the surf. That is good stuff, and hopefully you'll see it behind me as the report goes on. So nice weather. I am not worried about that. Now, it's time to talk about bluefin tuna. And the Polaris Supreme is out, and they are looking for bluefin tuna. I got to tell you, the Polaris Supreme out of C4 Sport Fishing in San Diego works as hard as any boat and crew on the map here in Southern California. They work so hard at it. And so if there's any bluefin tuna around, I got a feeling you're going to see a score maybe today, or maybe they've already had one. I haven't heard about it last night. We'll see how this all works out. Things are looking good because we've already caught bluefin tuna. The Old Glory had 24 fish fishing down there around Punta Colinet. He limited out on rockfish, had some yo-yo iron yellowtail, and went west and found some bluefin tuna. Most of it 40 to 60 pound fish. Some of it as big as 70, some of it as small as 12, 15. So there's a variety in terms of the size, but most of it 40 to 60. They caught most of their fish on 200 to 300 gram knife type jigs, flat fall type jigs. That seemed to be the key. I'm not telling you not to bring heavier jigs, but that's what was super effective. Drop when the captain tells you to drop, drop to the exact depth he tells you to drop, and that is how you are going to beat the guy at the rail next to you. If you got somebody next to you who's drinking a cup of coffee or lollygagging around in the galley, You're going to beat them by dropping when that captain tells you to drop, and dropping to the appropriate depth. And you do that with metered lines. So keep that in mind. Hey, it's tax season. And that means Tim Marquez over there at A Best Income Tax. There's nobody better than Tim. He does a great job for you. And you need to give Tim a call. Get your back taxes taken care of or your present day taxes. Tim is the best. And also, if you have heating or air conditioning needs, my dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning can handle it all for you. He'll take really good care of you. Give John a call today. So we're looking forward to this bluefin tuna situation for sure as the tide creeps up on me here this morning. Man, it's got to be around high tide here. I haven't checked the tides, but it's a perfect time to be throwing a little chrome lure, especially with those white birds picking in here. Hey, don't forget, we have a 5-day trip on the Independence. It leaves April the 4th, fishes through the 9th. Go by the Independence booth today and let those guys know you heard about it on Friedman Adventures. Say hi to Mark Paisano, Paul Strasser, Paulina and her husband there at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. If you can't get there, go to the website. That is going to be www.independentsportfishing.com, April the 4th through the 9th. I'm going to be there. You got to be there. Man, we got all kinds of opportunities and adventures awaiting you. That is going to be one fun trip, guaranteed. All right, let's talk about what's going on here in SoCal right now. Of course, sheep's head season just opened up, so you can fish the goats right now. The other day, I told you that you need to go to the market and get shrimp, okay, with the heads on and the shell. I like that very, very much. However, ghost shrimp give you another added benefit, another advantage. You can pick ghost shrimp up here at Big Fish Bait and Tackle. Other tackle stores carry it, but bringing some ghost shrimp along with you will give you a huge advantage. On sheep's head, you'll catch sargo when nobody else is catching them. It's really something that I would bring. And especially, guys like the Victor are doing the sheephead tournament right now. I would definitely spend a couple of bucks, get some ghost shrimp, and give that a try. I think that'll work really, really well for you. We talked about a powder keg that might explode, and that might be La Jolla and surrounding areas, because the new Seaforth caught a big yellow yesterday, but it's not so much what they caught. And I'm stoked that they got that fish on the new Seaforth. It's what they have been seeing. They've been seeing a lot of yellows. And of course, we've been watching these yellows for over a month now. San Quintin, down there at 140 miles. Punta Colonet, 120 miles. Up there, Santo Tomas, 85 miles. Ensenada area, we've seen those fish, 70 miles. Up there at La Jolla, remember SD Fish and Sips the other day had a shot of those yellows on his kayak. So there is a lot going on, and the new Seaforth really had a nice shot. Now, in addition to that, they're catching some bass and sculpin and whitefish and sheephead, but they're focused on that yellow. You definitely want to bring that yo-yo iron that we talked about earlier. I fished that stuff. The yo-yo was 60 pounds. There's a lot of 18 to 25 pound fish, but there's fish up there to 30 pounds. In fact, we made reference to that fish that was caught out of Ensenada by Blackfin Sportfishing. That fish was 28 plus pounds. Well, a lot of big yellows around this year, and hopefully we're going to see that continue to head in the right direction. Also, down there in the San Diego area, on board the Dolphin, Mario Santiago with a nice big goat. We're talking about those sheephead. There's one for you right there. Nice going, Mario. That is one gorgeous vieja. I'll tell you that right now. Beautiful fish and way to go. So, yo-yo iron, if you're going on the new Seaforth, that's something you definitely want to do. And if you're a private boater, man, now's the time to get on those yellows. I know kayakers and some private guys have already been catching them for the past couple of days. That is good news. The Pride, 22nd Street Landing in beautiful San Pedro, California. Man, seeing a lot of evidence of white sea bass fishing the local islands here. You can see Catalina Island behind me, perhaps. Out this way to the west of there, you got Santa Barbara Island. Behind Cat, you've got San Clemente Island. In case you're not familiar with the geography, we've had people tuning in from Taiwan and China, down in Panama, all over the United States. So I want to make sure you understand that these local islands are accessible for the boats here out of San Pedro, or anywhere out of Southern California for that matter. So they saw some really good evidence of white sea bass. One of these days that's going to click. They had 7 fish that they released, too small, But one of these days, as I say, that is going to start to pop. And once that water temp gets consistently up over 60 degrees, their metabolism starts to speed up. And the more it gets up there, the better that bite gets. It's going to be a big sea bass season. We've had all that market squid all over our local environment for last winter and into this year. And that is a magnet that will attract more and more fish in here. So hang on. Pride, they had only 12 anglers, 17 legal halibut in addition to seeing that sea bass. So the halibut bite still really, really good. Nice hit there. They released 26 halibut, so brisk action on the flatties on that trip. Really good stuff. And again, they released 7 white sea bass. They released a whole bunch of calico bass and had some other fish in addition to that, but focused in on that. Now this halibut bite in here has been remarkable, especially for the native sun. Only had 4 fish yesterday. We'll see how they do here today, but they have had a remarkable season on the native sun. 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California, where they're up to around 150 legal fish since they started this derby at the end of last year. It'll go until April the 1st when rockfish season opens up here in SoCal. They've had some really remarkable fishing. I think 4 fish over 30 and 20 something over 20 and 150 legal fish. It's been fantastic. Yesterday, 12 anglers, 4 halibut, 12 halibut released. There was some weather yesterday, rain, and it kind of scared people away. A little bit of breeze going on also. We'll see how it goes. Knowing the native sun and how they have performed here in the past, they get a day like that with 4 halibut and they go prospecting off to a new zone and come up with a big score. So let's see if they can do that again here today. We'll be watching that very closely. The Island Spirit up there out of beautiful Ventura Harbor. Sport fishing is going to run on Sunday, and they are going to fish sheephead and whitefish and bass. It should be a really great trip. And I'll tell you right now, a little secret for you. You can save 20% off on selected trips out of Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing by going to their website, which is Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing. And when you check out, you put in pre-season 20 for a 20% discount. But Sunday, they've got a great trip on the Island Spirit, which is the old Sea Spray. Used to run out of Redondo. I used to work on that boat. Also, they have the California up there, which is the old Matt Walsh. And of course, the Endeavor with Tucker McCombs. Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing. Until April 1st, you can get 20% off on selected trips. That's going to be a good one. I'll tell you that. Windy up there today. Going to come down and be beautiful starting tomorrow. It should be really, really great stuff. So don't worry your little whatever it is about that gorgeous sunrise here. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know how it can get any nicer. So let's talk a little bit about this surf fishing. It's been outstanding. Of course, down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California, they've got a barred perch derby going on, and they are giving away a gorgeous custom rod. I mean, it is beautiful. Something that I'd truly like to be throwing here in the surf. That's got to give you such great action. It's a gorgeous rod. And once again, all you got to do is get the ruler that they have down there, Salty Dog ruler. Do I have that in my pocket? Of course I do. Or Salty Bones. Excuse me. Salty Bones. You got to use that ruler. You put it in the sand. You write the date of your catch in the sand, and you display your barred perch. This month, March, it's barred perch. Next month, it'll be something new. It might be spot fin croaker, might be halibut, might be barred perch again. Every single month, they're giving away a custom rod. You've got a great opportunity and chance to do it. And there's been good barred perch fishing in the surf. I like Dog Beach, Huntington Beach area. It's been very good for fish down there around the Huntington Beach Pier. It's been very, very good. Here, we have not seen all that much barred perch, but every day is different. I'm talking about Surfside, which is right next to Seal Beach, California. We have seen mostly yellowfin croaker in here, leopard sharks. We've seen some pretty good corbina fishing, but somebody needs to check this out here really soon. Kids, Daniel Lightfoot, well, he's not a kid, but Michael Limon and all the kids, Isaac Parcells, everybody who showed up on that last surf fishing adventure we had here. I'll check out the calendar and see what we can do. Maybe Sunday, huh? I think I got something else going on Sunday. We'll figure it out. I'll get to that in a little bit, but some pretty good surf fishing going on. That ghost shrimp works really well that I referenced for fishing when you're on a boat offshore, but also you can get some worms, and pretty soon here, we're gonna have a lot of sandworms that you'll be able to dig up. Sandworms feed on grunion eggs, and we're gonna have some grunion eggs in here pretty soon if the forecast is correct, because March the 10th, we have our first grunion run of 2024. Those little fish that come up on the sand here to lay their eggs at night. It's a phenomenal spectacle of nature. You should take the kids out to definitely see it. More importantly for anglers, it is just another magnet that will bring a lot more predators in here to our Southern California beaches. On the 10th, it goes for 4 nights, and it's usually pretty late at night. Sometimes they show and sometimes they no show. It's all part of the game. All right, lobster hoop netting has been absolutely fantastic, and only a little bit of time left in the 2024 season. It ends in a week or so, around middle of March, and it's been a spectacular year. Spitfire had 6 guys and limits of langosta for the hoop netters on board here on your PromarAhi.com lobster hoop netting update. They had a lot of nice big fish. That is some really great stuff. I'll tell you that right now. Great lobster hoop netting. Limits is 7 lobster per angler. I don't know how you can beat that. Let me take you back to the surf and talk halibut for a second, because yes, you can catch halibut in the surf. Some guys who are new to the game don't believe it, but absolutely those flatties are right in here ambushing different little bait fish, prey that swim through here, whether it's fry from a barred perch or it's a small anchovy, whatever. They are ambush predators. They set up in the sand, and sometimes you will catch them right here in some of this water that just seems so turbulent that you can't believe that a fish would actually be able to hang them, but they do, and they bite really, really well. Robert Bailey, he had a legal halibut yesterday. Robert says he literally saw halibut jumping out of the water. He even seen a white sea bass chasing bait around. I'd love to know where you're fishing, Robert. I have a suspicion of some of those kinds of areas. Now, some of you are saying, boy, Robert got into the tequila a little bit early, huh? Halibut jumping? Give me a break. Robert, I'm here to defend you. I've seen it myself, and it is so freaking exciting. I've seen it right here. Joaquin Espinosa was here. Eddie Leland was here. My kids were here. Halibut were literally jumping out of the water, and we were catching them. When my kids were really young, they went to Montessori up there in PV, and we used to go down to Abalone Cove, and we'd see them jump down there all the time. If you ever get a chance to see that, it is fantastic. And Robert Bailey not only caught a legal flatty yesterday, but got to see that. That is pretty cool. Miroslav Matic, he had his first legal halibut of 2024, and both those gentlemen caught their fish drop shotting, which is an extremely effective way to take halibut. Also, Lucky Crab lures. I catch them all the time on a little chrome crocodile. That also works very, very well. Hey, coming up next, don't forget, we've got Sam De La Torre at the PCS show. Give you a little bit of a tour, talk to you about some great discounts he's got at the Island Fishing Tackle booth. You're going to want to check that out. Don't forget Big Fish Bait and Tackle in Seal Beach, California. They have got some fantastic discounts down there for you. And they've also got this great derby going on, something you're not going to want to miss. Also, really good stuff. All right, my friends, I don't know what to tell you. It's a gorgeous, beautiful morning at sunrise there in SoCal. I can't thank you enough for being part of the Friedman Adventures family. We've got a lot of great stuff coming on, and I'm doing guided surf fishing trips in the months of April, May, and June. Then I'll take a little bit of a break, but I'll have more details on how you can become part of that. Surf fishing, affordable, fun. You're gonna love it, and very productive at times. Have a great one, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Sam, how the heck are you?
Good, man. Things are buzzing here. You know, we are doing the show here, getting set up. Everybody's getting set up, and we are, it's pretty busy here for sure.
How's the general overall vibe? Does it seem good to you?
It's good. It's good, man. We got Joey here from Taddy peeking through the gate there.
Hey.
Yeah, he's getting set up. Yeah, we got him locked into the rod building booth.
Hey, that's great.
He's right behind us, so if you guys come visit, our booth is pretty well set up. You know, we got all the big pieces in. We're just going to be fine tuning and kind of moving some stuff around, making sure we got everything out that we need to.
Hey,
But
Sam,
man, it is busy.
Sam, we have people from all over the country and the world joining our shows here lately. So I think it'd probably be a good time right now to tell everybody what the PCS show is and the hours. And why don't you just kind of give us a basic idea of what this is all about?
So PCS show, it stands for Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. Pacific Coast Sport Fishing is a magazine that's been around for a long time. I think it used to be called, what was the name of it before? It was Southern California, something. I forget what it was called. But anyways, so they put this show on. It's in Orange County at the Orange County Fairgrounds, your stomping grounds there,
Yeah.
sometimes, I guess. And they've put this show together. I think they've been doing it for about 15 years or so, something like that. And, after COVID and everything, they've really grown. It's become, in some ways, like the big show, as far as the number of vendors and the number of just opportunities to see kind of new, cool stuff, things like that. So everybody's excited. This is kind of today's the big setup day. So you got a lot of people running around, moving stuff in and out of trucks and getting their booths up. There's Western Outdoor News here. Dan Hernandez over there. Um, and so for you guys that want to go to one show, I guess, and see everything there is to see in Southern California sport fishing, this is the show. Here's perfect timing there. Star Tournament, CCA California, getting their booth set up. So they got everything. They got boats. Obviously all the fishing tackle you want to see, seminars and everything like that. The show runs from the 7th through the 10th, which is Thursday through Sunday. Thursday and Friday, I believe, is 12 to 7. Saturday normally is a long day, 10 to 7. And then Sunday being the shortest day, 10 to 5, I believe. So that's the deal on the times. For you guys that want to come and check it out, that's Orange County Fairgrounds, OC Fair and Event Center.
Hey, that was a brilliant synopsis, if I do say so myself. Darren just wants to say hi to everybody at the PCS show. Dan Smith is joining us. He says hi to you, Sam. Wants to send his very best to you. Sam, so let's focus in on the island fishing tackle booth. What do
Oh
you
man, I just
have
walked
in
away.
terms, and hey, let's cut to the chase. Are there any good discounts going on at the show at the island fishing tackle booth?
Yeah, definitely. We always try to bring the best stuff and offer the best deals. This year, at this show, this is the last show of the year, so in some ways, we kind of started running out of some stuff, but we did get a bunch of stuff from Daiwa, from Shimano, from CalStar, just this last week to kind of restock for the last show, and all that stuff's on a pretty good discount. We're still doing the 40% off rain shadow blanks.
Great.
All the reels are discounted. One of the big deals that's going on this year is that any reel that you buy from any manufacturer over $50, which at least for our booth, that's every reel,
Right.
you're going to get a free line up to 500 yards. So essentially, free line for any reel. So that's kind of one of the big deals as far as buying reels. As far as
Eh,
our booth is concerned, one of the things that we do a lot of at this show that other guys don't do is that we have a lot of rod building stuff. So we got reel seats, handle parts there on the chemicals, guides, blanks. Here's a bunch of CalStar blanks here. United Composite, the Rain Shadow, American Tackle. A bunch of these jigging blanks up on top. But we still bring tackle. We got the same stuff that we had at the other shows. Buy two get one free on the knife jigs, some nomad stuff, mat scads, blacktail hooks, owner hooks, seagar. One of the big deals actually is from AFCO. They have their Psycho fluorocarbon.
Yeah.
So we're doing the same deal as far as in the booth, buy two get one free. But the kicker is that AFCO is going to be giving a 50-yard spool for anybody who buys two spools at a booth. So that means that you're going to get you're going to buy two, get one from us, and then get a double size spool from them, which is almost like you're buying two and getting three for free. So
Damn.
that's going to be a mega deal. I know we're going to run out a bunch of stuff from there. Caddy, we're doing this buy two get one free. So that's kind of a cool deal. We got some hookup baits, more baits, Phoenix rods, which we had a lot of success with at Del Mar. We're going to go ahead and continue that sale, 25% off anything that's in stock at our booth. There's all of our CalStar rods here. Everybody says they're hard to get, but we got them here.
Yeah.
And then, of course, United Composites become kind of like the new standard for a high quality rod made here in Southern California. So that kind of says it all. We're in the process of getting our reels in the reel cases. So all I can show you is where they're going to go, but all these cases are going to be full here within the next couple hours. We'll have them all full and ready to go. So that's kind of the whole deal on our booth.
That sounds good. Hey, Bob Gifford is going to be there tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. and he wants to get the Daiwa Alexa 500. So how's the availability on that new reel?
Same kind of deal. I think we were talking about it on Monday. We got a pretty good supply of them, and we are going to be in pretty good shape for the first day, no problem. I've been talking to people and kind of what their expectations are, and it seems like it's still kind of up in the air as to whether it's going to be gangbusters.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh, hell yeah. I need two of them.
Well, you're getting a free one. So
Oh.
remember, you paid me a lot.
I'm going to buy two.
You're buying two more?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
I'm going to buy two bucks.
Well, you're getting. Remember, we traded a.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just kidding.
I got you a low number on that.
Perfect.
Numbers, so
I know.
I knew some of the guys. I would just grab some low ones.
Yeah. Pretty cool. So this is Scott here.
Oh, hey.
So he's going to be selling. Yeah, he's going to be selling the Tatty book.
That book is awesome.
Yeah, this is. I mean, honestly, now that I've seen it here in person, I think it's actually a bargain. There's a lot of work in here. It's a super high quality publication. It's something that, I mean, honestly, you're going to be able to pass down to your grandkids and really show them some real history as to kind of one company and what they've contributed to Southern California sport fishing. So if you're a fan of history and a fan of just our fishery in general and the changes that it's gone through over the years, I mean, look at the size of that thing. It's an encyclopedia.
It's 6 pounds.
A 6-pound book. Yeah.
He puts so much work into it. Sam, I'm so happy you're showing everybody. And David Alcantar is on here saying, I need that book. Yes. Other people are all over this. It is a work of art. I mean, Scott did such a great job.
Well, and it's one of those things, too, where us jig junkies, the guys that just love fishing the iron, that book probably is a reflection of what we have in our garages and our tackle boxes. And so it's nice to have somebody really kind of show that and demonstrate our sickness of this here. This is the jig that you're going to get if you come down and buy the book here at the show.
First 500 get a numbered one.
For the first 500, that's how many books you got coming down the first?
No, 1,000 books total, but the first 500 are going to get a numbered jig.
Okay.
Then the second 500 are still going to get a jig. It's just not going to be numbered.
Okay. So this is a reproduction here of kind of a long lost jig here, Lucky David. Looks like a Tatty 45, somewhat to me.
So, so this is a 12, so it's actually the same size as C. They did a Lucky David 13 that's the same size as a 45. We did do one that was an extended 12, so it is kind of, so we kind of are doing a C and a 45. Okay, well, you got to get them all. But this is flat-backed. It's a little humpier for those of you that want those shoulders. So,
it's pretty cool. So, yeah, you guys come down and visit Scott, man. This is going to be a pretty busy booth. I know guys are just going to come here and look at that book for an hour. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, heck yeah. That's a beautiful book. No doubt about it.
All right, so here's another deal we got going. Just showing up here to the booth is some stuff from Okuma. This is a new jigging rod that they have out, part of their Tesoro line. So we'll be having those in our booth. It's going to be kind of a cool thing to have. We have a whole jigging section, as you saw earlier. So these are the rods from them, and they're a great deal. How much are these? These are
170, 169.99.
so $169.99. Super high quality. From I can see in the package here already, it's well worth the price. It's acid wrapped. It's got the little extra hypalon there at the bottom for rod holders, which is actually a huge deal for any of you guys that ever fish the party boats there. It's got the hidden thread reel seat there from Fuji. Super nice.
Yep.
Giant hook keeper there too. That's kind of cool.
Yep. And it's heavy duty for your jigs.
It
so
is.
Your jigs don't rip it off.
It's like 500-pound wire right there.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's perfect, man. Yeah, this is going to be a rod to have for sure. At least to check out. I know that you guys are going to have them showing at the booth.
Yep.
We'll be having them here for sale. Plus a couple boxes full of Macairas there, and some Kavalas and other stuff.
So you have the Kavala jigging reels.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, so Akuma makes a specific reel that's made for that rod, and so we're gonna have the whole package here. I forgot. Yeah, the reel is part of it too here. Anthony, he's gonna show it for us here while he's here.
Excellent.
Full package.
Hey, Sam, I'm so glad you kept talking there because I lost my connection for a second. Great job, Sam.
I knew you were going to screw up, so I just kept going. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, full-on jigging reel right there, man. Yep. That's pretty cool.
Nice
you need to put that handle on all of, as an option. Yeah. People are going to want that handle.
And single speed.
Not big guy. So here's a guy right here.
Oh, I know that guy.
So talk about a classic right here. Talk about a classic here. Ed Robinson,
Whopper Stopper.
Definitely one of the guys that's been wrapping rods here in Southern California more than there's ever been rods.
Oh, heck yeah.
He invented fishing rods, actually. He's been around so long, this guy. But I think he's got a booth. You got a booth here? So he's got a booth number 629. You guys want to check out Ed and his beautiful rods. He'll be down here, man.
Ed's a great guy. Hey, Jaime Fernandez Jr. says, saludos del norte de California. Gracias, Phil and Sam, for all you gringos out there. That's he's sending his best from Northern California. Hey, Jaime, great to have you with us. It's good stuff. Keep going, Sam. You're doing a great job. For a change.
Right now we're just walking through our first building here, actually. This is the building that we're at. It's the Costa Mesa
building are you in?
So this is the Costa Mesa building.
Okay.
So.
What's going on, man? What you doing besides getting old?
Hey, what's up, Ed? Good to see you, man. I'm just getting old like you.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's good to be seen because I keep having birthdays.
Well, and I can't stop those.
All right.
Cool.
All right, man.
Hey, Ed, good luck at the show. Good to see you.
Thank you.
What's going on, man? So, yeah, so this is the first building here. This is the building that where it kind of all started when the show started 15 years ago.
Yeah.
It was just in one building, and this is it. Here is the Costa Mesa building, the original building for this show. I don't know if we'll be able to get all the way around to the whole deal, but there is 4 buildings and also two kind of in between the 2 buildings. They have an area where they have booths set up as well. So they're kind of like an outside but covered areas outside. AFCO booth here. Robbie.
What's up, Sam?
Reliable kill bags here. Also another standard, been around for a long, long time. And
good
as
stuff,
you can see,
Sam.
like I said, definitely today is the day where everybody gets set up. So it is busy in here, 100% busy.
Hey, good stuff. David Alcantar says his first custom wrapped rod that he held was from Ed years ago. His custom rod addiction is all Ed's fault. And Big Duke 10 says, my man Ed. So everybody loves Ed. He's a great guy.
Yeah, Ed's one of those guys been around a long time, kind of like a Yo's fishing tackle era kind of guy that a lot of guys are going to say that. It's like first rod or had a bunch of rods built by him. I'm in the booth here, Batson booth.
Yeah,
So gigantic booth that he has here with all of his different kind of blanks. rod building parts. Also, he has a little display here of some like super uh, just intricate rod wraps here. This is pretty cool stuff. If you guys want to check out the level of what somebody can do in a custom rod, this is pretty much as crazy as you can get. I think some of the stuff I don't even know how fishable it is. It's just so nice.
Hey, and Sam,
But
if I happen to
yeah,
lose you, you can just rejoin. I'll cover for you. But great stuff. Everybody is enjoying this. Hal just joined us. He said, "Howdy from friends, Fresno. I want to make the show so bad, but it's just not in the cards. Next year for sure." Hey, Hal, that's why Sam and I are doing this for you, my friend.
Jason. Hey, those are I know I never got you the list, man, but if I can still get them. But I finally was able to round them up. What I got.
Oh,
So
hey.
for you guys that were wondering here, this is the last year's special edition Nomad Mad Max. What we're gonna
Oh,
try to
right.
do the best we can is try to grab the ones from this year that have the same number. So this one right here, especially, is number 500 of 500 jigs. So this is kind of a cool jig. And that one's coming Sunday. So for you guys that really want to have something special, already the jig's going to be special. But now you could double up and have the same number from 2 different years, which is not that easy to do. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, heck yeah. Alex is joining us. He's excited about the PCS show, man. He can't wait for it all to start tomorrow at 12 noon, right? Is that when the doors open, Sam?
Yeah, 12 o'clock is going to be when they let the crowds in here.
All
So
right, perfect.
this is the 310 Rodworks booth, where they also kind of specialize in having some super cool custom rods. I think they're gonna bring in their rods tonight. So maybe later on I'll take a picture and send it to you.
That's Darren Dohe, everybody, right?
There you go. Yep, that's right. Fishing Syndicate over here. They have all their cool stuff. And I'm just gonna step outside here, give you an idea of just the madness here. All the guys that are still setting up, bringing their stuff in. All these trucks here that you see, vehicles, is just literally 1/8 of the parking lot of people just in here setting up. So you got the building that I just exited. Then you have another building there. Then you have that walkway there. Then another building down that way. And then I just walked out of this building.
Jeez.
There's this walkway in the middle here. And then down past that, there's another building. And then over here, the hangar is another building. So 5 buildings, 2 walkways worth of show. Plus, all the other crazy stuff here. We got a pistachio booth, I guess. I guess they're going to have some outdoor entertainment underneath that tent over there. Hopefully, I'm not turning around too fast here.
No, you're getting me seasick.
Yeah. And I think these boats are going to go in at the end after everybody gets set up. I'm sure they're going to have some boats outside and inside. So even the boats aren't really all set up quite yet. So it's
Hey, Sam, I got a
going on.
question for you here. Or a listener has a question. And by the way, everybody, hit that like button. We appreciate it when you can do that. Alex wants a new custom knob for his Lexa 400 power handle. Any idea what booth may have that, Sam?
I don't know off the top of my head. We've been pretty much stuck at our booth getting set up. That I'm not really sure exactly who's going to have that, but I would imagine at some point somebody's going to come around and tell me. But I honestly don't know what booth. I think that on their Instagram they did do a listing of all the booths and the names of them. So I think that you might want to look there. But unfortunately, I don't have that specifically.
All right, no problem. And Graham Sulik Fishing, I think
Yeah.
he does rod building and repairs. He wanted to say
Yep.
hello to both of us, and I'm thinking maybe he's at the show. If so, he's a listener of ours, and we highly recommend you visit him also.
Yeah, Gramulus. He's going to be probably working with the guys over at 310 Rodworks. He'll probably be in our booth a little bit too. He's a good friend. He works over at United Composites, and so he's pretty good knowledge there.
All right, well, he says, hey, Phil, ask Sam if he can get me in the show when I go to the show, please.
Yeah, I'll do my best to guess the exact time that he's going to be there, and if he's there when I guess, then yeah, I'll bring him in. But I can't wait all day long.
That might
I've been
be
waiting
something you
for
want to
over 10
do,
seconds.
like on a message directly to Sam
Yeah,
instead of on
I would
a
think
live
so.
show with hundreds of people listening.
Yeah, anybody who wants to come in, just meet me at the door. I'll be waiting there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
All right,
yeah, Sam.
I'll
I
cut a hole
forgot
in
to
the
tell
gate.
you, I'm going to be at the front door at 12:03 with 14 people. So I'll see you there.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna cut a hole in the gate. You guys have to go through that hole.
Hey, Chris Martinez is joining us. He says to say hello, Sam.
What's going on, Chris?
What else? Anything else for you? Steve Bermuda
Well,
says you gotta love these live reports. Steve Bermudez is a big fan.
that's about it for me right now. Actually, I got to get back and help the guys set up there. We got
Hey,
a
we're
lot.
not gonna let you go that easy. I'm only kidding you. Hey, Sam, great job. Thank you so very, very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Hey, Chet Young, you know Chet. Do you know
Yeah,
Chet Young?
yeah,
Chet,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he says aloha from Honolulu, jumping on a plane to Long Beach today to see the show tomorrow. Hope to see
Awesome.
you folks. Hey, Chet, that's great news, man. I hope to see you there also.
We'll be down here.
All right, and Cool Granddaddy Sweets sends all his very best. Sam, one more time. You'll be there Thursday through Sunday. PCS show, Island Fishing Tackle. You've got a lot of great stuff. I can't thank you enough for the great tour today. It was beautiful. And maybe if you get a chance, we'll do one more in the middle of the show.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. It's gonna be pretty busy, I suspect. So, no promises.
All right, Q Ball says hi, Phil and Sam. Sam, take great care. Thanks again.
All right, man.
Oh, this is that new custom rod that people can win. Dave Dodge, Captain Dave Dodge, my buddy.
Classic.
How's that rod?
I like it.
Really?
Yeah, this will really kill the barred perch for sure.
Well, the biggest bar perch gets this puppy, Dave. So
There you go.
you better get on it, man.
I know.
You were just telling me Ghost Shrimp catches everything.
Ghost shrimp does catch everything.
All right, beautiful rod down here at Big Fish Bait
Rada.
and Tackle.
On the end of the rod.
Rada on a
And then
rod.
Joe just came in too.
And Joe. Oh my God, everybody's here.